Today we're going to be talking to Lindsey Graham.
The senator?
Not the senator. We don't let rhinos on this show. So Sheriff Lamb, welcome.
Dude, I got to bring you two on as my hype men all the time.
All you have to do is just go along. Just put your mask on. Just because I might not agree with it, that doesn't mean I lose my right to parent my kid.
Leave the jokes to me, Chief. This is what gets Jim fired up.
It's not communism that's going to destroy this country. It's not socialism that's going to destroy this country. What's going to destroy this country is apathy. Don't count on anybody coming to save you. It is time to save ourselves.
And new tonight, a Salem salon plans on defying the governor's coronavirus orders by reopening for business.
I'm risking going to jail to do it. That's how important it is to my family.
So I'm going to walk you guys through the timeline of what the government has tried to do to me in the last 10 days. OSHA came into my salon and informed me that they would return the next day. If I didn't comply and shut my doors, they would then issue me a $70,000 citation. And if you can possibly believe this, Child Protective Services showed up at my home.
2 government agencies now weaponized to go against a stylist simply because she wants to work.
She decided to open up her business despite the orders to shut down.
I had a right to feed my children, I had a right to feed my family, and I had a right to work.
She was one of the first business owners to take a stand.
Salon owner is suing Governor Kate Brown for what she says is a violation of her civil rights.
Everyone's job is essential, not because of what we do or how we do it, but because it's the way we make our living.
You say that our government doesn't have the right to take away our ability to earn a living.
Having Kate Brown personally sick her agencies on me and harass me and bully me, she's way out of her league, and it's time that someone told her that.
Lindsey Graham, you're not out of yours.
Yes, I'm doing this for me and my family, but I am doing it for you now too.
Lindsey, also, you've got the nickname now online as the Patriot Barbie.
Lindsey, government is here to help, right? We're from the government. We're here to help. That's their words. You cannot do hair in your garage. You have to have a license. You got to have a license to be able to do hair. If you don't have a license, we're going to put you in jail, right? That's what they're going to say.
Trust us. It's for your own good.
For your own good. For your own good.
Yep.
Govern me harder, Daddy.
I have never in my life said that. I'm very proud.
I don't believe that's true. Looking at your tattoos, looking at your Patriot Barbie stuff behind you.
Okay, maybe
Freedom
it wasn't
Square.
Maybe it wasn't govern. It was something else.
Jesus Christ. No,
sorry. I'm sorry. The whiskey's kicking in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the whiskey.
I'm the strong whiskey. Let me tell you.
I'm the winophobe. Let me see that glass real quick, Dan. Are you drinking that? All right, go ahead.
Actually, wine tastes really good with the whiskey cube in it. The whiskey ball. Okay,
we're going to do another show. We're going to do another show when you go out to Freedom Square. We're showing up with our best, our select.
You know, what would be a fantastic show is making me drink whiskey on air and my face.
Okay.
Be entertaining.
When are you going to be in Chicago?
I don't know. Let's talk to the crew. Let's figure it out.
Set it up. Let's set it up.
Talk to the boys.
Let's shoot some cars in half and drink whiskey.
Oh, Brian Lankowitz, are you listening, Columbia War Machine? Patriot Barbie wants to come out to your place, shoot a car in half.
I have my own custom Patriot Barbie AR I could bring to do this. So
you're not shooting a car in half with an AR. You don't have the time.
There would be a lot of shooting.
Card. We don't have. Yeah, that would be a month worth of shooting.
My finger hurts.
We'd have to modify it to full auto. I've talked to my dad.
Jesus. Don't even have the rounds, dude. Anyway,
so COVID ends, kind of, right? Because
COVID.
We'll think about it like this.
Did COVID end? I think there's still.
No, it's still going on. People are still dying in the streets, just not in masks because they've been vaccinated.
I passed a guy today driving down 57. Only guy in the car, mask
on.
Where to God.
I was considered an employee that needed to be on the road, and they gave me a piece of paper that said I could travel in between checkpoints because I worked for a power plant at the time, and I was able to do it. You were officer of the law.
Yeah. We never once checked people's papers, I mean,
isn't that
once that I stop him, I'm like, yo, papers, please.
They went as far.
You look a little sick to me.
They went
you
as
have COVID?
far.
No.
They went as far as to give us those papers in case it got to that point.
I
think it could have because crazy. The madness was to that point though.
I
I remember when I was going and doing sneaky speakeasy hair before I reopened, and nobody was out on the road driving.
If you don't name your salon Sneaky Speakeasy Hair, I swear to God, I will make it my life mission to destroy you on Yelp. I swear to God, I will Yelp this
SS
shit.
hair. It'll look like a ship. We'll call it the SS hair. Sneaky speakeasy hair.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this
We'll
is
have a
going off the rails.
We'll have a communism flag flying.
Hey, Dad, got a joke for her? Tell her your joke.
You have a dad joke?
No, the communism joke.
Oh, yeah. How did we know that communism was doomed from the start? All the red flags.
That's a good
joke I ever heard. All right, sorry.
That is pretty good.
All the red flags.
So sneaky speakeasy. This podcast is going to be all tangents. Sneaky speakeasy hair out on the road. No one's driving. And I actually remember thinking, oh my gosh, what if I got pulled over? What would I say? Because I couldn't say that I was going to go do hair. Right. I would say that I was going to go to the grocery store. Okay, but why did I go to a grocery store past my town and go all the way to Salem? It was like I was trying to rehearse my excuse for a police officer in case I got pulled over. How crazy is that to live in America where you think I better have an answer for where I'm going?
Yeah, for real.
That's
that's where we were. That's where we were getting to with this. And luckily, I mean, Oregon's probably a little different, right? I mean, I think a lot of the conservative states were probably a little more lenient. I know that we here in Ohio never once, and our chief, to his credit, said, look, this isn't a law. We are not enforcing health mandates, right?
Good.
If somebody calls us and they say, hey, this guy's not wearing a mask, that ain't our problem, right? If the health department wants to go down there and shut somebody down, we'll keep the peace, but we're not going in there to shut anybody down.
That's so good.
Yeah. I mean, we were fortunate in that. And we didn't see a lot of it. Now, I do have a very good friend who owns a family restaurant, and man, they shut down forever. I'm surprised he made it through it.
No kidding. I don't know how you do. I don't know how anyone survived through it.
Well, I think eventually they started cooking in their kitchen and then having you come pick it up. And then they'd run it out to you and like hand it to you really fast.
Oh my gosh.
With their mask on. But yeah, I mean, you had so many people that it's not even that they believed in what was happening. They were afraid of the government.
Mm-hmm.
They were afraid of the government was ruling by fear at that point.
Yep, absolutely.
And it was just the local government, right? It wasn't even the federal. It was the local health departments that said, we're going to pull your license if you open up.
Yep.
If you don't put a piece of plexiglass between the booths, because that's going to save everybody, we're going to pull your license.
Certainly does not travel around.
No. It stops right there, right? It just stops at the plexiglass.
Yep.
So, all right. So you defy.
I defied.
You finally said, look, enough.
Yep.
And there's only two stories I remember from this. I remember yours and I remember the gym owner.
Ian Smith.
Yep.
Was he in Jersey?
He was in Jersey.
Yeah.
Jersey.
Yep.
Those are the only two stories I remember from this, which is sad.
The government radicalized against specifically. So Shelley Luther was probably the first. She was a salon owner in Texas. Shelley, myself, and Ian, the government radicalized against us because we were the first. And so they wanted to make examples out of us. They didn't want anyone else to be empowered or emboldened to defy. So, I mean, they sent Oregon Health Authority, who threatened to issue me $50,000 a day citations, Class C misdemeanor, the loss of my business license. The city of Salem threatened to kick me out of my building. The Oregon, so OSHA, Oregon Safety and Hazard Association, fined me $14,000. They threatened me with $70,000, but I don't know why they didn't give me the full 70. They gave me 14. And I was told, the Oregon Health Authority also, or the business license where you get your hair, said they were going to revoke my hair license if I continue to work. And then the state said they were going to revoke my business license if I continue to work. And then Child Protective Services came to my house.
Ooh.
And and an agent came there with a completely fabricated allegation. Interviewed he was 6 at the time, my 6-year-old son. looked in the diaper of my 8-week-old baby, Ranger,
Oh.
and opened my toilets, opened my fridge, like interviewed me privately, interviewed Trigger in his room privately without me present.
Nope.
Total violation of my rights. Like, and there was no justification for this. So, I mean, they tormented me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
I continued to call their bluff. I stayed open.
You didn't cower? You didn't fall for it?
No,
I
and
did
even
not.
but they were like, guys, nothing's working. Let's go after the kid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's rip the kid's diaper off. We'll show her.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what they
and
did.
that's it. That is it. You're joking. But what's the
Right.
quickest way to get?
No, a joke would be
How many? How did we know communism was coming?
No, I saw an advertisement for $20 hair extensions, and I think that's a small price to pay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I'm sorry, Lindsay.
Wow.
I try.
There is not enough whiskey in the world right now.
For a toupee joke. So they came after the
Ain't
kids.
no bad joke like a dad joke. What?
So
Yeah, they came after the kids.
But that's actually it, right? What's the quickest way to get a mother to comply?
Oh yeah.
Go after her kids, man.
Yep.
Nothing else. She
They're
doesn't
like,
care about
whatever you
anything
want,
else.
Whatever you want.
Nope.
Yep.
They did. All those other threats I listed
Hold your kids
came
at
first.
gunpoint.
Yeah, those other threats came first, and I still would not back down. So, to be honest, when they handed me the paperwork, which was basically like, "Hey, what happens if we take your kids away?" I lost it, and I was like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I cannot do this. I don't care how many people in America are counting on me or whatever. I can't lose my kids." So, the only thing that kept me from closing was I talked to an attorney. I talked to some CPS professionals, and they were like, "No, this is illegal. Like, you can totally sue them for this. Let's blast them on the media. This is just government overreach at its worst." So I did a press conference outside my salon on the 15th of May and blew them up. And that's when my story just went like global, viral. Like, hey, you defy lockdowns, they're going to come threaten to take your kids. And I think that's really what woke people up, is like, okay, this has gone a little too far.
This story is so much worse than I thought it was. I had no idea about all
I know.
this.
I was hoping it was going to take like 5 minutes of the show. We can move on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
And
just-
she's
I'm
like,
sorry,
"Oh,
I'm
you know
sorry,
what?"
it's so juicy.
Yeah, she's like, they closed me. I refused to close. And they're like, what can you do? No.
So now you got a $14,000 outstanding bill in my mind. You got 5 years of 5 years of rent due.
Still, you haven't paid it?
No, they're actually, they sent me to collections for $80,000 on my salon that had to close. I did have to close, and we can get to that. And so now they're trying to send me to collections for that, for $80,000.
You think for all the money they spent in the COVID relief bill, they would have cut you a check.
Right? Yeah. How about reparations, people?
Yeah, for real.
Seriously, not joking.
Yeah,
How about
I mean,
reparations?
look, there are more cities than not now that are saying, all right, look, we may have been wrong. Not Salem, though.
No. Oh, goodness, no.
Well,
They're
probably
still
not.
masking up there.
Probably, yeah. Well, I believe that. Oregon,
Yeah.
Seattle, I bet they're still masking up. All
They're
the
still
liberal-
shaming people that don't mask up there.
Oh, it's bad.
I may want to fly
Yeah.
up there.
Just so you can wear your shirts.
Just so I can wear my wokeness breeds weakness shirt from Patreon.
Oh, that would be so fun. You might trip over a homeless body, though.
Step in a bunch of homeless shit on the side of the road.
Yeah, it's getting bad. But
Ugh. All right.
tough times.
All right. So now
Here we are. COVID's still here.
Still
Right?
here.
Still there
I'm
because
still-
we went a whole
Clearly,
freaking
I died.
year. Whole year.
yeah.
Look at me. I died of COVID, and all my clients died of COVID.
Sorry.
Good thing.
Sorry about your death.
Sorry, it's okay. I'll
What,
survive. Oh, I was going to say
So, what?
But did you die?
I forgot.
Did you hear my dad joke?
I'm like, oh no, what was it?
Oh, you guys, you have to
missed
tell
it.
it again. It's not funny. You said, sorry about your death. And I go, it's okay. I'll survive.
Oh, I did hear it. It went right over my head. Oh, no, that's actually, you know what? You know why it went over my head?
Because it was funny and
well,
it wasn't a dumb dad
Yes.
joke.
Yeah. Because I'm used to Dan's style of humor. So
Yeah.
when actual humor hits
We have to
me,
groan.
I don't even hear it. When actual humor, it just flies right over my head. The bar is so low for humor in this room right now. So, no, that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Dan, take notes. Write that down.
Write it down. Yeah.
How to Be Funny by the Patriot Barbie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
So now where are we? Where are we in the story? So,
oh, you want to hear how you trust me, you want to hear how I ultimately had to close.
yeah.
Okay. So I fought government and called their bluff. And aside from the $14,000 citation and the $80,000 they're trying to collect, they didn't make good on any of their other threats. They didn't take my license, close me down, kick me out of the building, classy music. None of that happened. I called their bluff and I was right. They could not do those
they
things.
didn't have the right to?
Correct.
Oh,
imagine that.
But the rights
Somebody did their homework.
The rights in right thinking states versus the rights in Oregon are different, I think.
okay.
I think.
Right.
I don't think you have the same rights in Oregon or in San Francisco. I don't think you have the same rights, Dan.
You have no rights in Oregon if you're a conservative. Only if you are BLM or Antifa.
I believe that. I do.
Or have blue hair. Or are Kate Brown. So
or identify as
having rights.
Whiskey.
That's what you should have done. You should have identified as somebody having rights. Then they can't say anything.
The identifying movement hadn't started yet. That was we were far from there. This wasn't even a blurb on our radar yet.
When we heard about this, we should have gone and done an Occupy. What is it? What's this? Oh, what's the new salon name we're going to call it? Speakeasy Sketchy Hair or something?
Sneaky Speakeasy.
Oh, Sneaky Speakeasy.
Sneaky Speakeasy hair.
We should have done the Occupy Sneaky Speakeasy movie.
I got to write that down so we can call the episode The Sneaky Speakeasy.
Oh, that is going to be the title. The Sneaky Speakeasy Salon. Oh, it's fantastic. All right. So you close down. How do you close down? Why do you?
All right. So I had fought the government.
Yep.
I would call it a win. They could not close me back down. Was reopened. I'd already lost the majority of my stylists to basically like they couldn't withstand the pressure that the media was putting on us. So I had about half my salon left, and the George Floyd riots started. And I had inadvertently made myself accidentally a conservative voice. I really was not even political at this point. Or, I had my
American flag in your window.
Dude, I put my war paint on after this.
Except I did not label myself a conservative. She has an American flag and a Gadsden flag flying above her front door. Right. Don't tread on me, bitches.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we were talking amongst ourselves.
That's okay. It sounded fun. I was just over here waiting for my turn. I mean, I am the guest here, but yeah. Are you done?
Sorry.
Let's see. Oh, so the George Floyd riots started.
You said I fought the law and you won. You beat him.
George Floyd started.
George Floyd riots started. It was posted on Facebook by somebody. Let's burn down Glamour Salon first and kick Lindsey Graham's ass. Ooh. So I went from having to fight the government, fight cancel culture, fight the media.
That was a legit post.
This was a legit post on Facebook. Yeah. And it was screenshot and sent to me over and over and over. I was at home with my baby and my kids. I went, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. So I did a call to arms, and the post got shared like 25,000 times. And 400 patriots showed up outside my salon that night for the peaceful protests of BLM. And it was motorcycle gangs, Proud Boys, 3%ers, ex-police officers, law enforcement, veterans, ex-military, all lined up in downtown Salem, armed to protect the businesses from rioting. Wow. And there I am with my AR and my walkie-talkie, like sending guys to different stores going, hey, the candy shop says that they're out of town. They need people to protect their business. Will you guys go down? Yeah. So we just spread out. They were up on the parkade. It was crazy. It was so like military ops, like once in a lifetime experience.
Holy shit.
And those were American people that said, no, fam, you're not doing this to my town. I wish we would have did it in Cleveland.
In liberal Oregon too, where they did this in downtown liberal Salem, Oregon.
Yeah, because those people that do that, they got a lot of balls when there's no pushback.
That's right.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like Oregon's probably like California, right? I mean, there's the liberal parts, but for the most part, most of the land mass is probably conservative.
Yes, you are correct. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. So those people were happy to take up arms and come protect. So the I think it was the chief of police the next day said, I can never say this on record, but if you hadn't done that, Salem would look a lot like Portland, which Portland burned for like a year and a half.
Oh yeah.
For George Floyd, probably still is. But so then I got really cancel cultured. I got put on a list of white nationalist businesses to avoid. It was called a white supremacist and a racist, of course, every minute of every day on every business page.
Probably from your pink AR-15.
Yeah. That didn't help matters. And a petition was started in my community to remove my business license because I was a threat to the community. 85,000 people signed it. Cancel culture, death threats.
You're a threat to the community because you stopped the community from burning down your business?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. But there was people that were emailing me and going, thank you for what you did. We believe in you. Stay strong. I mean, but it just, the cancel culture voice is so loud.
With, I have an opening Thursday at 5:00.
Please just come let me do your hair.
Exactly.
I don't need support. I need you to fill this calendar up.
Yes,
Right.
pretty much. Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Well,
listen, I'd rather
thoughts and cash.
Yeah. Visa, MasterCard.
Prayers and payment, please.
Exactly. Prayers and payment.
Down too.
Yeah. I used to have a sign on my boat that says this boat doesn't run on thanks. Same thing.
Oh, so good. So true.
Oh,
it doesn't.
I would take people out on Lake Erie. We'd go up 10 miles, fish, and be out there all day. We come back. They're like, hey, thanks, man. I'm like, 96 gallon tank empty. I'm like, you're welcome.
Yep. I'll
Thanks.
take all your fish as payment.
Yeah, exactly.
Peter and John.
Dicks. All right. So anyway, sorry, we digress again.
All right. So yeah, that's how I lost my businesses. Got canceled.
How long did you stay in Oregon before you moved down to the free state of Arizona?
So I reopened in May, June, July, August. We were living in Arizona by September. That's how quickly it fell apart.
Wow.
Yeah.
So husband sold the gym.
Sold the gym to the partner. Yep.
The new house.
Sold the house.
Tanning salons. Everything.
Sold them all.
Just liquidated.
We had to
everything.
close my salon. I couldn't even sell my salon. We just had to eat all of that loss,
Right.
all the renovations, all the.
Did
all
your
the
husband at
15 years of
least
hard work.
squeak by? Did they put two and two together with the gym and the tanning
Yes.
salons and everything?
Yes.
Oh,
Very
they knew.
quickly. Yeah. Yep. They were calling the gym and canceling their memberships and saying, I don't want to work out at a gym where the owner is a white supremacist.
So
It
the
was-
government came to your aid, though, no doubt, right? Because of this hate crime that was perpetrated against you. So
Oh.
the government came to help you, and what did they do?
Yes, absolutely. They sat there and laughed and clapped. Yeah, it was very helpful, supportive.
So now
No, I
what?
mean-
What are you doing now? I mean, besides Patriot Bar.
But how freaking ironic is it that you were at 195 Liberty Street?
I know.
That was the name of the street that her salon was on.
My salon was on Liberty Street.
That
Who
happened.
does Salem think they are even having a Liberty Street?
No kidding.
You sons of bitches.
I am. That's
We need
hypocrites.
to petition. We need to petition Salem to change the name of that street. That's
That's
what we
right.
need to do.
well,
Call
there
it
was a-
Communist Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not the day that you guys all protected it.
That's right. That's
I bet
true.
you- I bet you that's the most liberty it's ever been over there.
That
Yeah.
is so true. Yep.
Wow, that hurt my heart a little bit when I just
Oh,
found
Wall
that out.
Street. You know what's a shame too is Oregon used to be so beautiful. I mean, it still is, but you don't go there anymore. It's just like California. You
Yeah.
know, my daughter, she had this big infatuation with LA. Never been there. Well, I took her for her 15th birthday. This is years and years ago. And we had a great time. We went down to Venice Beach, had a great time. And now it is just a third world country down there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, what they have done to that state, which I assume in Seattle, I grew up, well, didn't grow up for 3 or 4 years. I lived in Seattle growing up and it was beautiful. Downtown was beautiful. You felt safe going down there. And
Yep.
now third world country.
I know.
And I would guess Portland's probably the same way.
Yeah, I don't know how the businesses survive, really. Like if
Well, they're
people don't,
not.
if tourists don't come and if the people don't even come because they know it's unsafe. How do you
They're
even
not. Who
Yeah.
did I just see leaving there? God, it was a major outlet. Was it Walmart maybe that was leaving? They were the last Walmart there. One of them, I don't know.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Businesses are leaving left and
Oh,
right.
I think
just
you're
saw
right.
it.
I think there was a Walmart
I
closing
think it was
there.
the
Yeah.
last Walmart that was in the area. And they're like, look, we can't handle the theft anymore. Cops aren't doing anything. People are just walking out with our product. We're just quoting.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Gosh, it's
you
so
know,
weird.
and what's crazy to me is that these people don't wake up. These people keep voting in the same people. They keep voting
Yeah.
in the same policies, and their communities are just destroyed. I don't understand it.
And the reasoning, I get that we vote for people because maybe like we lean more importance on one particular subject, and like this one's a little bit more flexible. But how is it that you would rather vote for someone that allows drugs to be legalized on the streets?
And we're not talking weed.
But they're not a racist, so like
we're not talking weed.
No,
we're talking
they're
heroin.
They're
talking
literally shooting up on the sidewalks in Oregon now.
Right.
And overdosing on the sidewalks.
But you know
if
what?
you take your child, they will probably see someone overdose and die on the sidewalk.
But you know what? Their pronouns are Z, them.
That's right. As long as you respect my pronouns, then that's what matters.
Well, you know, listen, we can't vote against him because he's transgender. We can't vote against him.
We don't
or
want
else
to be a bigot.
we're bigots. Right.
That's right.
That's exactly. And you know, we joke, but that's what's happening now. That's what's happening. You look at the Biden administration right now, right? You got this dude with the bright red lipstick and the bald head who's stealing luggage in airports, but you can't say anything about that because now you're transphobic, right?
That's right.
You're a bigot. You can't call his administration out for anything they're doing. There is nobody on that administration that's qualified. Name one person. One person. From the vice president, from the president down. Name one person.
And the more they get away with it without consequences, the more they're like, this is just what we do. It's just like when crimes happen in places where they know they're not going to get arrested.
Yep.
But we've spent the first half of this episode in a dark, dark place.
Let's go to a happy place.
I want to turn it around and talk about what we're doing now. I want to talk about Freedom Square.
Well, you know what I want to talk about too is the reinvention, the Patriot Barbie, man. I mean,
yeah.
So actually, them trying to destroy you has made you stronger.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they created their own nemesis. So a leftist took my picture when I was getting cancel cultured in Oregon and made a meme out of my face that said, I don't always play the Patriot Barbie, but what I do, I kill people's grandmas and steal their money. And I was like, the Patriot Barbie is supposed to be an insult. All right. Well, I'll take it. So I changed all my social media to say Patriot Barbie.
Nice. Really?
That's
I didn't.
That's
I
how
might have
you
missed
own
that story.
And it was born. That was like July probably of 2020. And then when we moved to Arizona, I tried to do different things with my life, tried to do hair again, could not find the spirit or the tenacity to start all over in my life. And I really felt God telling me, like, you are on a movement and you just need to stick to it. He kept shutting doors.
I know your faith is strong. And we were going to talk about this. But yeah, I mean, there had to come a point where God came to you and said, look, you ain't no hairdresser.
No.
Right? I got bigger plans.
That's right. Yeah.
And here you are. And now the voice that you have, the podcast, which is the Patriot Barbie podcast, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, you're out there changing hearts and minds now.
Instead of changing hair color.
Well, but that's important too.
Oh, leave the jokes to me, Chief.
Hey, it wasn't a joke. It was the truth.
Yeah, it is. That is the truth. That is the truth. I would take what you're doing now over changing hair color any day.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Yep.
Went over your head too, because it was good.
Which I think that makes it even more beautiful. Like, I told you how wonderful my life was in Oregon and how much money I was making and how successful we were. And then to fast forward 3 years and I'm like, I'm making a little bit of money, but I am doing something incredible. And I'm so much more happy and purposed. And I would never go back to Oregon and undo anything and go back to that life. Never. Never.
Oh man. I mean, that's what you're doing is 90%. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm getting this stat from, but 90% of the people out there this would have happened to would have rolled over. They would have just said, you know what? I mean, my entire life is destroyed, right? I'm bankrupt, whatever.
Yep.
My husband left me, you know, I'm just going to
My dog died.
I'm going to, whatever. Yeah. You know,
My country music station won't play.
exactly. my husband got the trailer. Ugh.
And I got the vid.
Oh, I forgot. We're on We got Zoom going on. So
Did she
according
just
to
cough?
the federal government, you can
Did
get it
she
through
just
Zoom.
cough?
Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
Who was that? Biden wearing a mask when he was on a video call?
Oh, it's just virtue signaling.
Well, I'm just saying.
Wokeness.
Weakness, my friend.
That's right.
A little bit of patriot gear here.
A little bit of
Patriot crew. All right. What else? What do you got there? Look like you had something to say.
Not yet.
No?
I made a really great hair joke. Changing hearts instead of hair or something like that.
No,
I know,
Dan always looks at me when he has something to say, so I felt that look. Hey, can we talk about your past a little bit?
Yes.
It's a big deal. And I'll tell you what, you got more respect for me. When I heard your past, I got the amount of respect I have for you. What you did in Oregon pales in comparison.
Wow.
I'm serious. Pales in comparison. Listen, I've been a law enforcement officer for 30 years. I have dealt with addicts. And I can count on one hand how many of them actually turn their lives around. Right.
Interesting.
They all say they're going to turn their lives around. They either end up dying or they end up in prison. That's just the way it is. And I understand addiction, and I understand the monkey that's on their back. And I understand that it's a power greater than them for the most part, that, not everybody has the resources to be able to stop this, but I have seen it destroy lives. And you suffered from addiction, and not addiction from alcohol or from marijuana. Right. I mean, we went to the hard stuff.
Well, I went, straight to the hard stuff. I had,
but early on, right? Were you doing it when you were 15, when you were 14?
No.
Were you doing it because your dad left your mom?
No.
Were you doing it because your uncle was sexually abusing you?
No.
I mean, there had to be a reason. You didn't have a perfect upbringing, did you?
Was it the
COVID pretty much I did.
Was it the COVID lockdowns?
It was not the COVID lockdowns. Although
I can't tell if you already know why I was doing it or if you're actually asking me. So
I know.
Is there a right answer?
I know, but it's a great story. So, I mean, you had a normal upbringing.
Yes.
A great upbringing.
Yep.
So this is one of those cases where you can't even say, well, it was the parents' fault. They didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah. I am the last person that should have gotten into the things that I got into. I think it makes my testimony even more beautiful because I am the apple that fell far from the tree. I am the person that really should never have even touched this stuff and somehow managed to just go, whatever, I'll give it a try. And like, boom, my life went downhill like instantly. There was no catalyst in my life that caused me to want to, drown a sorrow. There was no need. There was no drama. I was just a young, dumb kid at 20 who was just like, yeah, I'll try it, whatever. Life's short. Let's have fun.
This is terrifying to me. Terrifying to me and terrifying to every other parent out there, right?
Yep.
Because I have 3 daughters, and they're all, 2 of them are in their 20s, one's 15, and that is my biggest fear.
And Jim, my dad was a cop.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I knew that. But that's what I'm saying. I am involved in their lives. I love them, right? They get whatever they need from me. That is, and every parent out there who has a normal, quote unquote, family,
right?
That you could do it all right. Everything is right.
Kid could be a drug addict. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And not, I mean, like I said, we're not talking about a little bit of drinking in college. So
we're talking about a full-blown 6-month meth addiction where I lost my car, I lost my house, I lost 40 pounds. I was probably near hospitalization.
Well, and you had a career.
I lost a career. Yep.
And I mean, what was your career?
I was a flight attendant for Southwest Airlines.
At how old?
And what's that?
At how old?
At 20.
Amazing. I mean, you have a career at 20 years old.
Yep. I was set for life if I could have just kept it together.
But you went out and just lost your mind.
I just started drinking and trying cocaine and trying marijuana and trying ecstasy. And if someone offered it, I tried it. Why not? Life is short. That was my weird mentality. I had been good for
you
so
weren't wrong.
long.
Life is short, but you got to
Yeah.
make better choices.
But yeah, it's going to be real short if you get addicted to meth.
Yeah.
Trust me. We don't want it to be that short. Yeah. But, you know, I will say this. The Bible says, raise your kids up in the way that they should be, and they will not depart from that. That faith is what got me out of everything I did in my 20s. That faith that my parents instilled in me at a young age to be confident in who I am and to trust in the Lord and to seek him is what eventually became the miraculous, like, fall, like, grab from the depth of despair. Like, it makes my testimony so much more powerful that I could be such a normal, decent, great, good person. And then from the year 20 to 23, do everything I could to ruin my own life and hurt myself. And then have the God of the universe go, no, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm just going to go ahead and put you over here. There we go. Now carry on. I have big plans for you. I mean, it's incredible to think.
And the way you stopped, though, the way you stopped, you didn't get arrested. It wasn't court ordered, right?
No.
It wasn't an intervention. You woke up one morning.
Yes. And in fact, I had started dating a man, and he knew about my drug use, and of course demanded that I quit. And I said, okay, I'll quit. And I didn't, because I don't think God wanted him to get any kind of credit. I instead found a way to hide my drug use in a very, very, very sneaky, very kind of proud of myself for being this smart, but very sneaky way. I was able to continue to have a meth addiction without anyone knowing. And continued like that for probably 3-4 months. And finally, I was working at a coffee shop by myself, high off my butt, like manic, schizophrenic, losing my mind high. And I felt like most Christians know what this means when you say, like, I heard God tell me. He didn't like tell me verbally. He told my heart. He said, you're done. And I knew, even though I was living so far away from God, I knew it was the voice of God saying, you're done. And when you know that your creator is talking to you, you listen. And I knew that I had to obey him. And so I was taking meth in a pill form. I'd put my crystals in pills and was just able to digest them. Ugh, so weird. I took the pills and I dumped them down the industrial sink in the coffee shop. And I turned on the water and I watched them go down. And that was it. I never used again.
Did you do
the God of the universe told me to quit.
Did you do them in pill form because you thought that like only real addicts smoked meth?
I did it in pill form because I knew that my boyfriend would find my paraphernalia, my pipes, my bags. I knew he would find those things. And so the pills were put in a vitamin bottle. So it looked like I was taking vitamins.
Got my probiotics.
You know,
yeah,
I'd like to
be real regular.
I'd like to talk to your dad. I mean, I'm not, but I would only because
Speak to your father, young lady.
Get your dad on the phone.
I already know what you're going to say, Jim, because I've thought it for years and years and years.
What's that?
How are you trained to recognize these people and this behavior and these tendencies? And how did you not see them in your own daughter?
All right. Well, that's a valid point. That's not what I was thinking, though.
But no, that's a combination of being blind to it because you don't want to believe it. I think that's always going to be one part of it.
But I guess as a dad to 3 girls, like once he found out, like, how do you deal with this? How do you know the path that your daughter is going down, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing at that point, right? I mean, there was no.
He didn't though. He didn't know. I don't know how he didn't know.
Well, like Dan said, he didn't want to know.
He didn't want to know.
Because you're right. You're right. They are trained. You know, we are.
I mean, yeah, and the stuff. I was a a full blown meth addict. I was up all hours. I was scary skinny. I was picking at my skin. I have scars on my body still from picking, from tweaking out. I was misbehaving. I was gone all hours. I was lying about things. My eyes were dilated all the time. Like, I look back and go, what is wrong with you people? There was something wrong with me, clearly. And nobody really goes, what in the hell's going on with you?
This boyfriend that you're talking about, is this the one that you talked about on the other show?
Yeah.
I'm not going to use his name here because I don't want to be responsible for people showing up at his house and beating the hell out of him.
I do.
Oh, dude, she put him on blast on this other show. Like, she would have given an address if she had it.
His name is Eric Pettit, and he lives in Colorado.
Well, I guess there we go. I guess we're going to do it.
Ladies, if you're listening, if you ever meet a man named Eric Pettit, E-R-I-K, and he seems charming and handsome and like such a sweet Christian, run for your life or kick him in the nuts. Either way.
You met him in church.
I met him in church. So like, I would like you to do the math there. Okay. I was attending church while I was a meth addict. Raise your kids up in the way that, yeah.
You know what? I mean, people that listen to this show know that me and Dan aren't the most religious people. Okay. I'm just not. My brain doesn't work that way. I've tried to understand it. I am not an atheist.
Right.
I'm willing to believe that there is something bigger out there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was talking about one of your reels. I was talking about today to the kid who was in here before, where you were saying, look, you believe in karma. You believe in the universe. Just do me a favor for whatever the time, a month, and instead insert the word God for universe.
Yeah.
Insert the word God for karma.
Yeah.
And
I thought of some more after that. Fate. People believe in fate. People believe in luck. So there's luck, fate, karma, manifesting, the universe, all of these weird belief systems that are not tangible, not provable, and not seen. And yet they would say, I totally believe in fate. It's like,
no,
what if you just called that God's purpose?
Nobody's ever explained it to me that way. And when I heard that reel, because I do believe in karma.
Yeah.
I do believe that you know, the universe controls some things that happen to you. And I've never thought about it that way. And I'm not saying that, hey, listen, I'm going to church on Sunday now, but
yeah, I'm so glad to hear that.
Well, I'm just saying that you've opened my eyes to, well, I guess I do have faith, right? I just don't have faith
in things that are other than God. You have faith that things operate a certain way. You just give the wrong words credit for it.
Correct.
But think about, like,
I've had friends who have said, hey, look, do you believe in aliens? And I say, of course I believe in aliens. Statistically
of course
speaking,
I do. Of course.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, statistically speaking, it's impossible that we're the only living creatures in space, right?
Right.
Statistically speaking, I can at least put a tangible number and say, there's no chance. There is no chance that we are the only living creatures in space. Right. He says, well, if you believe in aliens, why don't you believe in God? Well, because I have a number. I can say that numbers say you can't do that with God. But karma, no numbers for karma. And I believe in
there's
karma.
No numbers for manifesting. Oh, I manifested it. I thought it into existence. No, that's called praying. You prayed for it. And the God of the universe heard your prayer and said, I love you. I want you to have what is good. And so therefore, there you go.
Listen,
karma. Hey,
like I
do good. So
I'm
God rewards me. I do bad. God punishes me. It says in the Bible that God disciplines us, not punishes, but disciplines us.
I'm not saying I'm going to church on Sunday, but
I'm not saying you should go to church on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Know that you touch somebody. Know that your reel made me think.
Okay.
In a way that I have not thought.
That is all I could ever hope for.
Now, we were talking.
Now you have to read my book.
I will.
Dude, you're going to lose your mind when you read my book.
I'll read it.
And you're going to lose your heart.
I'll read it if you promise me that you'll buy another book of a guest we just had on. If you promise me you'll buy it and you'll read it, I'll read your book.
Okay.
All right.
Who is it?
All right.
It's not a leftist, is it? It's not a leftist, is it?
Not at all. Not at all. He's one of our people.
I won't buy their books.
No, man. Listen, go back and listen.
Shook on it.
You can listen to our show. It was 2 shows ago. Common Sense for a Dying Nation.
Okay.
By Jonas Scholes. It's 74 pages. Yep. 74 pages.
Easy.
And it's patterned after Common Sense by Thomas Paine. and it is a blueprint to save this country. If
Oh,
you promise
awesome.
me, you'll, I'm telling you, it is. And if you promise me you'll read that, I'll read your book.
Okay, you need to text me that and I will.
Okay.
And then I will send you a screenshot of where I buy it.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then I'll send you a picture of me reading it.
Jeez.
Whatever I
will
need you
send-
to prove.
I will send you a video the entire time I'm reading the book.
Reading it out loud.
It'll be a 3.5 hour video.
We're going to tell Jonah that she's going to do the audio version of his book.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you don't, yeah, we can get it on Audible. Lindsey Graham's doing it for you.
Yeah. Oh, that's all. Well, you know what? And we're going to cut this out. We're going to have Mike cut that out and we're going to put in there that you just said that. So
Oh
now
my
you're stuck.
gosh.
Nope.
No,
now you're
yeah,
stuck.
we've got it on verbal contract.
The last thing I want to say about this whole church thing, right? Oh, first off, I don't believe in organized religion, period.
Okay, that's fine.
I believe that there may be a higher power. I definitely do not believe in organized religion. Organized religion has destroyed more lives and killed more people. And I don't believe in it. Right. But I did tell this kid who was here before, I want to go to a Black Baptist church.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. Have you ever been?
No, it looks fun.
Everybody says the same thing. You tell them that, they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, have you been? Everybody's like, nah.
But you know what? I will say this. I bet you it's fun to watch them, but I bet you it's more fun if you are a believer, because then you're actually dancing and worshiping like to the Lord, because
like
you're in the
you're
in the spirit, and like it's just woo, taking me over. Jesus, you know?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's where God talks to people. I don't know.
God talks to
we
people
can talk
everywhere.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Everywhere.
telling you.
Maybe that's where you just said you don't want to go to church, but if you'll go to that church, that's where you should go.
Well,
maybe that's
maybe
going to
that's
find you.
Right. Maybe that's God calling me, telling me, hey, look, this is where I'm going to talk to you.
Yep. If that's the only place organized religion you're willing to go check out, he's like, go, run.
I'm telling you, man, we're going to do a show from a Black Baptist church. We are. We're going to go
How
live.
fun would that be?
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
We'll have to call ahead because they're going to think it's pretty sketchy when we walk in on a Sunday
with cameras.
Exactly. Two white dudes and down in Alabama in a strong Black Baptist church.
They'll be like, not today, boys, not today.
We're on the schedule though.
All right. So listen, real quick, because we're running out of time here.
Dude, we'll push this episode another 20 minutes because we haven't got into anything except the crazy COVID, no religion. We're not even to the.
I just, you know what, man? I mean, I said that the whole addiction thing could have been a whole separate show.
I know it's amazing. You when you find out the onion that I am and all the layers, it's like you can't really do a podcast on the whole thing. Like I've done podcasts when I defied Oregon. That's a whole podcast. Right, okay, well then that happened, and then I wrote my book, and people started figuring out.
Well, and that's this. I mean, I started hearing about you. I'm like, look, this is just going to be we're going to throw everything against the wall. I mean, you know what? And then when we have something we want to talk about, we'll have you back and we'll just spend an hour talking about that thing. But Sounds good. Yep. I mean, your story is just amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Like I want to talk, and I'm not going to talk about it now. I want to have you back to talk about this school board member. Right. This fight.
Yeah.
This is
that is the whole episode.
It is. This is your fight right now. And I'm not even going to talk about it. But I'm
waiting for you to go, we're going to give the Patriot Barbie one episode a month.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays, it's our regularly scheduled Patriot Barbie.
This is the kind of stuff Jim does when he gets to this. I shouldn't even have said it.
Oh, shit. Well, and our normal disclaimer is, look, it's going to go one of two ways. You're either going to answer the phone when we call or you're not from this point on. So
yeah, Sheriff Lamb still answers the phone.
Yeah, he does. He does. He still answers. I could call him right now, and I bet he would answer.
I could call him right now.
See who answers first.
Do you think?
That would be a good test to see if he clears you and answers me, or clears me and answers you.
All right, hold on. I'm going to call.
Oh gosh, please don't answer his call. I do know that he's.
Put it down.
Okay, I will say, I do know he's traveling today. He was flying out this morning. He's flying. So he may be at an event right now.
He's sitting at an airport, minding his own business. And here we are.
And getting blown up by Patriots.
Put it down, Jim.
Should I call him?
No, we got to finish the show up with her. We
got no, do you want to see who he's going to answer?
No. Yeah, I do.
You can't call at the same time.
No, I'm going to call. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if he clears him.
You're going to call first and then I'll call him?
You are.
Second.
All right. Well,
you're calling first.
But I need to. So what am I going to talk to him about?
Nothing.
Just say,
be like,
just say, hey, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me call you right back. Just if he picks up, just say, "Oh, hold on. I meant to call you, but let me call you right back." He does that to me all the time. Do it.
But then I thought you were going to see if he hung up on me to answer your call.
No, I want to see if he clears you, like he doesn't answer your call.
Oh, I got
But then
you,
if
I
he'll
got you.
answer mine,
All right.
he might clear both of us. He might be speaking at an event right now.
Okay, here we go. He's
Could be
gonna
the biggest
I'm telling
waste
you,
of time ever.
he's
Show us the
gonna-
phone.
Gonna hit the fuck you button. I know it. Here
I
we
want to
go.
see the evidence. I want to see the evidence. Show me. I hope he does answer. Hey, Jim. What if I text Mark Lamb and said, "Don't answer Jim's call"? What if I did?
You've reached Mark Lamb. I'm not available at the moment.
Okay.
If you would please leave.
My turn.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
My turn.
He's right here on my recently called.
Oh, they got business. They got to
Answer.
let's finish up.
He's gonna answer.
He's like, "Why is everyone calling me? Please answer." Mark. Hey! How are you? Mark. Should I tell him or should I just hang up?
Yeah, tell him to call him back.
God dang it.
Okay. Jim Larkin and I were having a competition to see whose phone call you'd answer.
God, I know he saw it. I know he saw it. Oh, God, he hit the fuck you button.
I told you I did.
Oh, you should hear him. He's got all kinds of reasons for it.
Oh, I hear him. Oh, God.
He says he's sorry.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Oh my God.
God.
This is epic. I wish I had $100 riding on this. Okay, Mark, I'll call you tomorrow so we can finish talking about what we were talking about earlier.
See, I told you they had
Okay.
business.
Oh,
Bye.
God dang
I
it.
told you they had business. I didn't want to even get involved in that.
I really thought.
Oh, it's so glorious.
God, I thought it was going to voicemail for sure.
Hey, Jim, you know what I want to say real quick?
What? Rub it in. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, I really tried to manifest that. I tried to say,
Oh,
I tried to get you to put the phone down so we didn't lose.
God,
you did wrong because I prayed and God heard me and said, "I got you, boo."
You text his ass.
You know what? I'm not sure that you didn't text him, actually. You probably
I
texted him, told him.
Here,
Don't
I'll
answer
show
the
you my
phone.
text messages. Look at
Don't.
there's no Mark Lamb there.
Ugh. Damn, that was funny.
Or did I delete it?
Oh, God.
Oh man, I love winning. Whew, I made a really bad bet the other day on who an actor was, and I lost hard. And I was like, "Oh,
What was the question?
feel good." There was a guy on the screen, and I swore it was Justin Theroux, the guy that was married to Jennifer Aniston for like 5 minutes. And I was like, "No, that's him." And my cousin's like, "That's not Justin Theroux." And I was like, "That is him. That is him." And I had a couple Trulies, and it was not him. So
How much did you lose?
I lost $50.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I was at a casino once with a friend of mine, and he was drunk, and I wasn't. And he wanted to play rock, paper, scissors for $10 a hand. Well, he was so drunk that he kept doing rock every time. And I figured that out. And I just started doing paper every single time. And I won like $120 from
Oh
him.
my gosh,
before he
you're a terrible friend.
Oh, he kept going, good old rock. Rock never loses. And I'm like, paper. Yeah, I won like $120.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's the best.
And also pure evil.
Well, whatever. $120. Let's be honest.
That's right. I mean, even if you're,
all right. You know what? I was going to talk about the State of the Union right now, but we just don't have time.
We got time. Let's keep it rolling.
No, she's got to go. She's got stuff to do. She's got to call Mark Lamb.
I do have three kids, Dan.
Yeah.
They're all screaming right now.
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
God, this just went everywhere. I mean, I wanted to talk about Oregon. So I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Those are the best podcasts, though, you realize, right? Where people are in their car laughing with us because Mark Lamb didn't answer your call. And
I know. No,
Dan's
that's how
dad
we are.
jokes. Like, these are the best ones.
We always sit down with the best of intentions, and this is how it goes every time. Right. This is how it goes.
The scripted ones, people don't like those.
No, they're boring.
Let me tell people right now that from, the notes that I have that I really didn't even get to use today because we're so off the rails, was your root of our health episode with Clayton Thomas.
Yeah.
To me, it was an important episode. It's a lot of the stuff that we know and we've always known about our gut health and how our environment, both in the air and the water and the food is just terrible for us.
Right.
And when I first sat down for that episode, I thought he was just going to be selling product. And it was the exact opposite. That dude, he just
does that count for anything? I at least got a text from him that says, sorry, I can't talk right now.
No, you know what that is? When somebody calls, you can clear it with a text message that says, I can't talk right now. Boop.
All right, whatever.
So
you know what? You can't just
sorry.
Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead, Dan. Jim can't handle this huge loss.
So Clayton Thomas is the guy who was on your Roots of Health episode, and tequila drinker, not really a I was calling him Tequila Thomas. Writing down my notes because he did say he drinks he likes tequila because it's got what, the agave in it or something.
Yes, like the healthiest liquor.
Right, but he outlined it, and I think that people need to hear it. And I felt like, I've listened to a couple of your episodes, and even with this one, you can hang with us, jab for jab, joke for joke. But when you and I were just along for the ride on that particular show, and we were both sitting there going, dude, this is insane. And it was,
was she on his show or was he on hers?
He was on her show.
Okay.
But good work on you for finding that guy and giving him
thank you
the chance to say what he said, because like I said, it's almost worth a re-listen for me, and I don't ever do that.
Well, I've got good news for you, and even more so, you're going to love this. The other doctor that's part of that company is coming on next Tuesday. So a whole nother personality, a whole nother resource, a whole nother mind, fresh. She's coming on to talk more about all of that and how the products were created and founded and all that. So
your War on Children episode 26 was really good. One thing that I took away was right in the beginning when you said that, a lot of people come up to you and they want you to champion like problems that they have. They're like, why don't you talk about this? And it's like, and that happens to Jim and I all the time. People, they know we have these microphones and they're like, why aren't you talking about this? Or maybe you should. And I'm like, bitch, you should.
Exactly.
If you're so passionate, you build a platform and you be the voice, or you find someone that has a voice in that specific area. But this is what I get a little bit heated about this, because I'm like, that would be like taking one celebrity, and I'm definitely not saying I'm a celebrity, but taking one celebrity and saying, okay, we need you to speak up about this. You are the one voice. It's like, no, you can't put it all on one person. You cannot. And I have friends in this movement, and they're all doing all these different things. And, they've asked me, let's do an episode. I'll do an episode on something, but, will you come to this rally and will you do this? And I'm like, I got to choose my time wisely. And I have authority and experience in certain things, and I need to focus on those things, or I'm going to spread too thin and then I'm not good for anybody.
Well, and that's just it, right? I mean, when you got people that are coming up to you and asking you to take on a cause that you don't necessarily believe in, when you start taking on other people's causes, it destroys your credibility.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
You stay true to who you are. And
yes,
look, I understand this is important to you. And if you want to come on and talk about it, we can have you on for an episode and you can talk about it.
Absolutely. I will give you a piece of my platform.
Right. That's
but
not
I cannot give you my whole platform.
Right. And I wanted to use this opportunity to have you on to introduce you to our listeners. We got linked up through Freedom Square. Can't thank them guys enough for everything they've done for us.
Yeah, and I guess you're working with Freedom Square now, right? You're one of their ambassadors.
I'm doing their media relations work. Yep. Yeah, and I'm super stoked about it.
Those guys, Mike and Chuck and Tom, those guys, what they have done for us, we can never repay.
Really,
like I said, I mean, they are.
And to them, it's no big deal.
It is no big deal.
And to us, it's everything.
I mean, Mike, we're trying to pay Mike for doing all this editing for us. And he's like, we'll get to it. Not worried about it. We'll get to it. Our numbers are going up now that we're handling our own distribution. And Mike is just kindness of his own heart, man.
Yeah.
Took us on. And he's
they're very, very generous.
They are. And they believe in us. And having somebody like Freedom Square that believes in what we're doing and believes in the mission is, I mean, you can't put a price on that.
No,
you can't put a price on it.
And there's not very many people like that. Like there's a lot of people that are in it for themselves, in it for the buck, in it for the attention, sellouts, not practicing what they preach.
We knew 30 minutes in to that place. We're like, oh, these are our people.
Oh, they invited us down there to talk to us just about, what they do and maybe helping us out a little bit. And before we knew it, they were buying us dinner drinks, and got us a hotel room down there. Me and Dan are
Oh
like,
my
what the hell
gosh.
just happened here?
Like, go
That
get
is
our own
so
hotel rooms.
cool.
I'm
It's
not
a
broke-
bromance. It's a
Yeah,
budding
it
bromance.
was. Well, we first walk in there. Dan starts drink. What'd you drink? Their whiskey or something?
They got some Patriot whiskey
Yeah.
I found in the fridge.
He just walks in there before we even met him. He just walks right in. He's like, where's the whiskey, bitches? Walks to the fridge, starts drinking their stuff. I'm like, damn, we don't even know these dudes yet.
Oh my gosh.
They're just looking at him like, who are these guys?
You knew them.
Yeah.
So, hey, I was really glad to hear that you got on with them. And you know,
But you
people,
want to act like I was the only one that drank their whiskey.
yeah, you know, people
like
hear
that.
us talking, and I think they think that there's something in it for us, right? That we're talking freedom square up, but we truly believe in their mission. I mean, what they are doing is they're doing the conservative work here.
It's pretty incredible.
I mean, we talk about it every episode, but man, freedomsquare.com, you guys got to go and check them out. Go and check them out. You got to get a subscription to them. It's not going to cost you much. So
Download the app.
Yep. And where can we find you?
Was a big one. They can find me at patriotbarbie.com. Everything is there. My podcast, my Instagram, my book, my merch. I've got the weirdest fun stuff coming out. Coffee, wine, makeup. It's like a whole
I
new
saw the
season for
makeup
me.
thing. Somebody was using your palette, your Patriot palette.
Yeah,
What was it called? Yeah.
The Second Amendment palette.
Second Amendment. That's what it was. Second Amendment palette.
And I got lip glosses. I got eyeshadows coming out. Yeah, it's fun
Man,
stuff.
you
So
got
all of
your-
it's on.
Wow. You got a whole lot of irons in the fire there.
I know. I'm like a little bit of an entrepreneur. I want to save America, but I always need little projects on the side. And this is just fun. I throw it up on my shop and I'm like, oh, wear my lipstick. It's like everything I'm wearing is purchasable on my store.
No problem making money in this country.
I
Nobody's
need
gonna
to if
shame
I
you
want
for
to
that.
stay an activist. If I want to stay in this fight, I have to make some
Right.
kind of money. So
Right. Well, and I'm going to check it out because I didn't know you sell men's clothes.
yeah,
So,
I do. We have men's gear. They're very so some of them are God driven. Most of them are patriotic and gun driven. So my husband is a big gun fan.
Well, so are we.
Yep.
So are we. We told you.
I know.
We're going to
I
have you
know.
out. We're going to talk to Brian.
cut a car in half.
Yeah, we're going to
Cut
talk
a
to
car in
Brian and
half.
see if Patriot Barbie can come out and cut a car in half for him.
I will bring you guys
So-
cool gun shirts to wear while we cut the car in half.
Yeah. And I'd like to do another episode and not talk about COVID and not talk about drugs, even though it that put you on the path that ultimately you ended up on, and you probably wouldn't change it for the world. But man, I need another upbeat episode. I
Yeah.
can't think
No, for real.
it's tough.
Yeah.
For real.
Hey,
So we'll call you
when
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow,
Jim's
same
gonna call
time.
you.
So go put those kids to bed. We'll call you in an hour and a half.
And when we
Listen.
have Mark Lamb on and we both call you at the same time, you better pick
Yeah.
it up, okay? You owe us one.
Listen,
that was
while
so
you're on the
awesome.
phone with Mark Lamb, you got to hang up with him and answer my call. That's what's
That
got to
was
happen.
So awesome.
That is the only way that we can redeem this thing.
Listen, Jim, Dan,
What?
when we go out to shoot up
Chicago.
the
Oh.
vehicle,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're going to title that episode from cutting hair to cutting cars.
Oh my God. Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Watch till the end. Does she die? DYE or die?
Ooh.
Oh,
Damn.
Die?
right? Like DY, like dye your hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you would have to dye Dan's hair then at that point because you're obviously not going to die in the episode. So if
Right.
the question is, does she die or does she die? You're going to have to dye Dan's hair.
Then
From-
yes,
from-
at the
from
end,
cutting
I get
hair
to
to cutting
dye
cars,
Dan's
right?
hair. Why has it
Dye
got to be
hair.
Dan? Why can't it be you?
Well,
I
got
could
black
see
hair.
that you could use a little color right around.
I got a little
here.
gray. I got a little color. I got a little.
I know. I see it through the headphones.
Can you make
It's
me look young
distinguished.
again?
It's distinguished.
Every one of these, I earned every single one of these with those 3 daughters of mine. You girls, man, I tell you what. God,
I know.
dang.
I know.
Oh, all right. Let's get out of here. Let's let her go. But
Okay.
we'd love to
You
have
guys
you
are
back.
awesome.
Uh,
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it again. This was fun.
But next time, I promise we'll have a little more structure to the show.
No, I don't. No, I
You
don't.
liar.
Want, no, I don't want
Yeah.
that.
I'm
not
totally
coming
lying.
back.
I'm totally lying. We're not
coming
going to have
back.
any structure.
I'll make you a deal.
All
I'll
right.
actually drink whiskey too.
Wow.
Well, it's up to
If you read my book.
Although here's the thing. I don't believe you.
Wow.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I don't think you're really going to drink whiskey on there. So what we're going to do is when we see
Oh.
you in Chicago or when you come
You're
out
gonna
here,
you're
we're
going
going to
to
make
physically.
sure that you're drinking whiskey. Because listen,
Huh.
I know apple juice looks like whiskey.
Oh, you're faking
Dan
it.
keeps pointing. I keep
Faking it
forgetting. I
till you
keep
make
looking at Zoom instead of looking at the camera. But
It's tough to keep him on track.
it is.
In
It's
life.
ADHD.
First of all, I
Yeah.
can pour it from the bottle into a glass and like drink
okay,
it
you
and
can
set
fill
it.
the bottle up with apple juice.
Wow, you think
Yeah,
Yes.
because you text Mark
Think I'm
Lamb
that
right in
committed?
front of us.
You texted Mark Lamb in front of us and lied about it. So, right, you're a liar.
All right. So you think you're going to force me to drink whiskey in Chicago?
Force?
No.
No, I think you're going to get with us. You're going to start drinking wine.
It's going to
and then you're gonna be
naturally
like-
happen.
You're going to be like, these guys are fun as fuck. And you're going to start drinking. Yep. You're going to start
Okay,
drinking.
all right. Okay.
And
I
then
was
you know what
gonna
we're going to do? We're all
What?
going to get up karaoke and we're going to be singing.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Guess you're going to have to go to her socials
Let's
if
go,
you want to know what
girls.
that's about.
Wow.
Go to what?
I said, I guess they're going to have to go to your socials if they want to know what that joke's about.
That's right. If you want to know what
Yep.
the claw is about, you got to go check it out.
Hey, Lindsay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'm sorry.
Did you hear there's a new divorce Barbie?
Hold on. I always actually try to guess jokes.
No,
Okay.
it comes with all Ken's accessories.
That's stupid. That's stupid. You know what your problem is? Your problem is you blew the entire wad on how did I know communism was going to fail?
Was doomed from the start.
Or yeah, there's no you're never going to beat that. God, I'm so sorry about that.
Does he get a joke book and then like cross off the ones he's used?
I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, I may use a joke I used before because apparently I only have one good one. That was my communism joke.
Well, when are you gonna? Oh, I was gonna say when are you gonna tell that one?
No. Well,
Oh no,
If
she
you'd have done
gets
didn't.
mean. You know what? That's why she can't drink wine with us. She gets mean when she drinks wine, dude.
Oh my god, it's like
You know what?
mostly water. Look at the whiskey cube.
Where's your
gone. It's like
Where's
mostly
your
water.
husband? I want to talk to him about how you act when you drink a bottle of wine. That's what I want to.
Oh,
I want to know.
I'll tell you how I act when I drink a bottle of wine.
Like a woman. Yeah.
Let's go, girls. Oh man.
All right.
That's
I gotta
fine.
get out of here. What time?
All right, you guys.
Oh, it's only 9. We're
Awesome.
doing good. So we got another 2 hours. So Lindsay, why don't you tell us about? All right, listen. I'm sorry this thing fell off the rails. We're not usually this bad. It usually goes this way, but we usually kind of try to stay on topic.
No,
and it just got
no,
it.
I appreciate these random off the rails ones. Actually, I really do.
yeah,
Listen.
keep up the good work on your podcast. I
Thank
dig
you.
it.
No, for
Thank
real.
you.
For real. Everybody got to know you now, at least here. So we have
That's
you
right.
back now. There's no introduction needed.
Perfect.
Um,
we can just jump right to it. All
jump
right.
right
So
into
after
it.
the drug addiction, go.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you were smoking meth, and then
I can't wait for you to read my book. You have to read it before I come back on because you're going to be like, hold on. Chapter
how many
5.
pages is it?
Chapter 5. I had it right here and then I gave my book away. So I don't know. It's not that hard to read. You'll be fine.
All right. Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, because we're going to have you back on next week. So I
Oh,
you can read it fast. We're not.
I know.
But,
I know.
well, you won't be done. You never know. And now I can tell you this too. If we call you and you don't answer the phone, you're dead to us.
Dude, I know. I've learned.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Mark Lamb, I'll never call him again.
I'm gonna send him this
unless we're 4 glasses in.
Exactly. Who did we call that night when I was drunk?
Why
as
did you
shit?
call me, bro?
Jonathan Gillum.
Oh, Jonathan Gillum. We called Jonathan Gillum. We were drunk as shit, and he answered the phone. We haven't tried to call him back since.
He
That was
probably would not answer.
No,
my
he's a night owl. He answered.
Oh no, yeah, it was like 1. Probably about 1 in the morning. 12.
Lord.
We were live.
Yeah, but he's out west. So
It was a Facebook Live.
Oh, geez.
Drunk as hell, and I'm like, you know what I'm doing? I'm calling Jonathan Gillum right now. Dan's like,
Oh,
don't call
man.
Jonathan Gillum.
Don't.
I dial
Please
the
don't.
phone.
Please don't.
I dial the phone. He's like, hello. Oh, wait, we went. What were we talking about that day?
That was.
Oh, it was Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, because he is anti-Tulsi. He's
And
like,
I'm pro Tulsi. I like
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard.
He talked you in a little bit, like kind of like stay in your lane, Tulsi. Like you had your chance,
Yeah.
and you blew it. And
Yeah,
that leopard's not.
Man,
gonna
he
change
shit
his
all
spots.
over. He doesn't care for her at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
look-
some people
yeah.
are always worried about who's swapping over to the other side just to
Yep.
be covert
Yeah.
and
Yep,
play
yep.
both sides. all
And
that
that's his
stuff.
thing. That's his
Yeah.
thing.
If you
but-
listen to this podcast called Pod Bless America, you can go back a few episodes and we actually put that recording in one of the episodes. So you just
Oh,
got to look it up in
interesting.
the show.
Okay.
notes.
We're not going to tell you which one it is. You're going to have to listen to every
I
single
feel sad.
episode.
Okay.
So. All right, we're going to
Shouldn't
go.
be
We're going to
good.
let you go, man. Listen, we
Okay, I gotta go.
appreciate you. Yeah,
Even if you
we-
don't let me go, I'm just gonna start slowly
Yeah.
taking off. Like
Back away.
equipment.
We're like, hello. All right.
By
Hey.
the time you're done, it'll just look like this. Hold on.
Hello,
Oh, she ghosted you, bro.
dude. Mom army. What? Oh, she's still there. All right. No, I'm hanging up. I'm done.
Yeah,
I
we're
wanted
hanging
to
up.
see if I could hear you be like, is she there? Is she coming back? Did she just leave?
Well, we're looking at all your stickers. Mom Army.
We're hanging up
Oh,
on
yeah.
you now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
So Sheriff Lamb, welcome.
Dude, I got to bring you two on as my hype men all the time.
All you have to do is just go along. Just put your mask on. Just because I might not agree with it, that doesn't mean I lose my right to parent my kid.
Leave the jokes to me, Chief. This is what gets Jim fired up.
It's not communism that's going to destroy this country. It's not socialism that's going to destroy this country. What's going to destroy this country is apathy. Don't count on anybody coming to save you. It is time to save ourselves.